What's good, Raff Nation, and all other people that are coming by? Thanks for coming by. It's your boy Rafi and host with Raw Fitness. Yes, that's right. I said host because it's our very first podcast on this channel, and I'm very happy to show you guys the product, the end result of this. Although I have a small disclosure to make, and as you see right now, I'm on the edit. I'm editing it. It's almost done, and this beautiful audio that you're hearing right now will sadly not be in the rest of the podcast. It got lost. I don't know how. It's just I was kind of working with Windows and Mac, whatever. It just got lost. That's it. And we got to do what we got to do. So I'm just gonna bring it out to you the way it is. And and there's also a few noises in the background coming a little in the middle of the podcast from some random kiddos. Yeah, just don't pay any attention on that. But yeah, without further ado, I just want to wish you a great time with taking in this podcast. It's our very first one. And leave a like if you like it. Enjoy the first podcast of Raw Fitness. In this episode of the Raw Fitness Podcast,
all those followers and likes and comments and all those things are just numbers. Basically numbers, just like money. They are numbers, and we decide how much they weight. And I mean, money is a thing that you can't play with it too much because it's just something that you need in your life. And I don't really think I don't think even you need it. All you actually need to live is food and water.
peace guys, it's your boy Rafi with Raw Fitness. And today is Friday, that's right, but not any kind of Friday. For you guys and for me, it is a special Friday because I have decided to start my own podcast. And it's our first one. I have thought, I want to talk about more than just fitness. I want to widen my field and spread awareness in things that I think are important and are tricky to talk about. So I decided to talk about social media as my first podcast. And I had two guests, but they declined. Whatever their reason was, doesn't matter. And our new guest isn't really specialized in social media. He has other talents, but we're going to get into that a bit because I think nowadays many kids get addicted to social media or their social networks and other kinds of things on their mobile device, and it can hold them away from exhibiting their talents and lots of things that they could do for the people, for themselves, for anyone. So I would like to introduce you my dear friend. His name is Bardh, and he's an Albanian, and he isn't speaking English from his mother language. He was born in Switzerland, but he learned to speak English very well through all kinds of entertainment and inspiration that he has taken to his heart and built out into many different new crafts that he's going to talk about today. Let me introduce you, Bardh. Hey, Bardh.
Sorry for the intro right there.
Thanks for coming. So, Bardh, what do you have to talk about? What do you have to say from your perspective, your side? Because we both live in the same area. Just like 15 minutes away from by bike. Actually, we live 15 minutes away, and but he has a totally different background. You want to say something about that?
About my background, yeah. The point is, I wasn't born in Switzerland. I came here. I moved here when I was about 9, 10 years old, and I don't know. I thought when you told me that you wanted to do a podcast, especially about social media, which is something that I don't really like it. I don't admire it. I use it for my own kind of Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
However, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, like the saying, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And I got you, thankfully. And so we're just gonna stop by with the things that we have to say to that real quick. All right. So I think the first point, time consumption. Could you check where do you spend most of your time on your phone?
All right.
So he's just gonna pull out his screen time on all the different kinds of applications.
Wait, I don't know where you can see that, but I can tell you what my average use is.
Yeah.
It's about 3.5 hours, and
3.5
today
hours.
I use it only about 1.5 hours. It really depends on the day.
Okay.
But I think I use my phone. I mostly use Instagram, but not because of and posting anything or anything.
All right.
Like just
to consume content
Memes.
or memes.
Yeah.
All right. Memes. Yeah.
I'm a meme person.
That's great.
Yeah.
So that's your explanation for your majority of time that you spend for that. But do you think it's a problem for you, or does it steal time? Do you feel like you are you satisfied at the end of the day, or did you feel like you lost time? Something got stolen out of.
I don't think that you can lose time. Actually, like everything that you do,
Yeah, I like that.
you do it once. Like you can get ideas from memes, from the things that are
Mm-hmm.
that I look at them too. I don't know. However,
Mm-hmm.
I think you can get ideas in any ways. I mean, even if it's just a little laugh, even if it's just a little bit of air coming out of your nose because you've seen a slightly funny meme, I think it's just you can't waste time pretty much. But I think here
You
on
heard
this,
that, kids. You can't waste time. So don't blame mom for not letting you game.
yeah. I mean, I think it just depends on the person how you use your time. I mean, I use my time for getting ideas, or maybe just because I'm bored at the train station. It really depends, but I think that you can waste your time on social media because I mean you get addicted to it, and you depend on other people's opinions, and you're not independent anymore. You need that yeah, you did it from other people. Like I think you should really have to get that, oh, you did it from yourself and not from other people. That's what I think, and that's why I don't like social media, because most of the people think that it's an important thing, like other people's opinions. But I know you heard it a lot in many different ways, but you just don't need it pretty much, because all you need is you to be proud of you at the end of the day, and not that you just, oh yeah, well, Sarah liked my picture today and then she's going to talk behind your back. That's how these things work most of the time. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. You can't waste time, but here on this subject you do, because you just, I'm sorry, I
So,
swear a lot.
Yeah, that's fun. Express yourself. Well, that was a big and well-rounded answer. Do you think you were surprised when you saw your usage of time on these applications, or you're pretty much in control of what you spend and do?
Yeah, I think a basic thing that you gotta have in life is control. Like control over your habits,
Yeah.
control over your emotions, control over your feelings. And with Instagram and Snapchat and all those things, you lose the control. You lose the control over your own feelings because somebody didn't feel like it. And this is just what I hate about social media.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the thing that, and it's really, really bad, and I think it's getting even worse. But all those people, man, I just can't believe it. I think that everybody just should grow up. Like, I mean, those 25-year-old asses sitting home and wondering why they can't do a thing, where they don't even do nothing. I mean, nothing comes just out of nowhere and yo, shit, you're a famous rapper. Good job, you did it. Or you're a famous actor. Good job, you did it. You made money. Good job, you did it. Man, you fucking don't.
Yep.
You sit at home, and I mean, I look at memes. I watch a lot of. I mean, I do a lot of shit with my phone. I mean, you should see my snaps. Like, yeah, but
We used to snap for a while, not anymore. But
like,
it's cool. No, it's cool.
you can use it for entertainment, but you shouldn't let it take control over you. And this is what most of the people do.
Yeah, I think that's in many cases the case. But do you think it's necessary to put a scale on everything? Because, like you said, it's easy for everyone to do it, to talk, but then to really walk the walk and actually do things, it's harder. And so I feel like many people, they start creative and they talk a lot of crap. Like at the beginning of the year, they put all these goals and they publish and, like good stuff. But then they see what, for example, in the feminine side, they see, I got more likes with this picture where my booty was a bit more in the pic than the rest of my body. And they see the clicks going up, the likes going up, comments going up, and then they start distancing themselves from their creative side. And so I think I've heard of Twitter removing the likes. And what's your opinion on putting likes on everything? What's the benefit? What's the, because there are problems with mental health. People not getting enough likes, and this one was really well, and then the other one doesn't get as much, and some get hurt by that. You obviously got to stay hard, but for some it's a problem. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think putting likes away is a good thing, but I think this is even the reason why people use it, because all those people, they have problems with themselves, they have problems with the mental health. Like, all those people that you see getting likes on Instagram, they were bullied at their school time. Mm-hmm. Most of them, at least. And I think it's good. It's like a real cold way to stop them, to stop the addiction. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to try to get it in other ways. And I mean, people selling like their bodies with their booty pics. I mean, is it really worth it? That's my question. And you should ask it yourself. Is it really worth it? Me selling my own body, just so I get likes, so I get the attention. Yeah. And I think it's just on everybody if it's worth it for them. I mean, because for me, it is worth it. I use my social media to post my content, to post my raps, and with rap, I try to send a message, more or less at least.
All right, well, thank you for your opinion on that. I think many will be able to use your opinion and implement it, hopefully. Now, there is this big thing about, in German we call it Ehre, and if it's basically, if someone who has the same publicity, like same amount of followers as you do, and doesn't follow you, then why should I follow you, right? If you don't follow me, why should I follow you? And vice versa, like if I don't follow you, why would you want to follow me? And many think like that, and they feel like I gotta have more followers than people I follow. What do you think? Is that a problem? Is that childish, or?
I don't think it's a problem. Look, it's on everybody. It's on themselves. But I mean, come on, man. How old are you if you have to unfollow somebody just because he doesn't follow you? Like,
I think the problem is in those that care about it and think about it. If you have the time to think about who is following you and who not, I think you should check yourself and not the other one that's unfollowing you, or talk about that, or that they are the problem. It's usually in yourself first. So first check yourself, and I think that many things could solve. Well, this is almost rounding the topic social media. I think, is there anything you want to add to it? Because yeah, there's a lot of insecurity with publicity and social media, and what we talk about, likes and stuff like that. What do you think what do you want to give out?
I want to add, like, all those followers and likes and comments and all those things are just numbers. Basically numbers, just like money. They are numbers, and we decide how much they weight. And I mean, money is a thing that you can't play with it too much, because it's just something that you need in your life. And I don't really think, I don't think even you need it. All you actually need to live is food and water. And all those numbers, I think all of them are useless if you think they're useless. Like, I don't know if you understand what I mean. Like, all those numbers, you give the weight to them that they have in your daily life. And I don't think you should let them control you too much, because they're pretty much worthless, at least in my eyes. I mean, I have about 400 to 500 followers. Yeah, I'm not really sure it's getting more or less. I don't care, but I don't stay at home and look at my followers, like who I follow and who I don't follow, because this, what we talked in the beginning, this is waste of time. I think this is the waste of time. Your mental health depends on it. You depend on it. Your emotions depend on it. How your day goes depends on it. Like, do you really want to let those numbers up your whole day? Like, those 2 minutes, 24 hours, or maybe 48 hours, or maybe a whole week, a whole month, a whole year? Because I think everybody should ask themselves those questions. I think it's important to be healthy, to be themselves, because it's just greed. It's a kind of greed, because I mean.
Well, thanks a bunch for social media topic on that. Yeah, remember guys, think first, does it fulfill you? Would you upload it if no one would see it, if it would just be a personal upload? Would you still be satisfied and happy with it? And welcome to the original topic from our guy Bardh. He is a newcomer in rap, beats, and songwriting. And I'm really excited to hear a bit more from his journey. It hasn't been long, it's just been a year since you started making beats. 2 years, alright. And you've learned a lot from it, and you've already found a lot of success in it. First, the language. Like, he isn't American, he isn't British, he's Albanian, and has lived for 9 years in Albania until he came to Switzerland. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So where in the world have you got those English skills?
My English, I don't know. I like English. I like how it sounds, and I think it's a universal language.
Absolutely.
And you just said something about rap and how I make beats, and my thing with rap and with beats and with all those things, actually all I want to do is send a message. I come from a generation.
Oh, it's gonna get deep now.
I come from a generation that is addicted to likes, that is addicted to opinions. And I just want to, oh God, I really hate it. money, and all those things. I just want my message to spread. Like, I just want everybody in the world to hear what I gotta say. And English is a good way to do that, because with rap and all those things, you got a voice. I mean, when I talk to you in person,
Yeah.
only you hear it. But if you make a song and you always got the same words on it, you always say the same, you can't say, no, I didn't say that. It's recorded, it's on tape.
It's out there.
Yeah, and I mean, you have it forever. And the internet is big. It's going to be there forever. Because there's at least one person who downloaded it.
Same with Raw Fitness. We're staying out here for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I just talked for way too long.
I don't know, it's great. Well, do you think it's a talent you have? Or did you put so much hard work and dedication in these past 2 years?
I'm not sure if it's a talent, to be honest, because when I started writing, I was shit. I'm sorry for saying it like this. I was shit. I was little trash. I think, talent, if you have talent or if you don't, it doesn't matter, because talent is maybe 1 to, maximum 5% of the success that you're going to get. Because I work on it every day, all day, every day, at least 1 to 2 hours. I come home because I love it. It's not because I want likes or anything, because I love it. I love to stand in front of the microphone and to talk something, to say something, to record it. And I think nothing comes with talent. Like I said before, nothing just comes out of nowhere and you're good.
Right. Yeah, there's this saying, hard work beats talent. So like we said, what's out there on the internet stays in the internet. And I would like to know, when did you start and when do you think should you start? Because many feel like it's not the right time yet, but I believe in doing and falling on what you do, so you actually learn and notice, okay, it was the right time, or it's not the right thing, not the right moment. You started doing this stuff since 2 years, but when did you decide and why did you decide to publish it and make a YouTube channel out of it?
Well, I first started with just writing. I had a really depressed time, and I needed a place to where I could be with myself, where I could be with my thoughts, and I started rhyming it. Mm-hmm. That's how rap comes. I started rhyming, and then after maybe half of a year, I started sending it to friends if they like it, if that sounds good, like so I can get better. And then after maybe 1 year, 1.5 years, I only post things since a half year. I only make beats since about 2 months. And I just, I did it because I wanted to say something. Like I said, I wanted a voice in this society, because all of us want to say something, but they can't. And I can. I got my voice. I got everything. Everybody has it. You do it with your YouTube channel. I do it with my rhymes. I do it with my lyrics. I do it with my beats. And this is actually why,
That's great.
That's all.
You said you asked your friends. What did your friends tell you when they heard your first beats, first raps? Were they convinced that this could be something someday?
Well, the point, I think I was lucky, because my friends were totally honest with me.
Okay, that's important.
And anyways, if they would have told me, no, it's not for you, I would have listened to them, because I love it. I don't care, as I said, I don't care about opinions. I never ask them if it's for me. I just ask them, do you like it, or you don't? And where can I improve? Where can I get better? That's all I ask. Nothing more, nothing less. And they were honest with me and told me, okay, this is total shit. They told me, okay, this is good. And they told me, okay, here's the point where you can improve. This is what you still lack. This is what you still don't have. This is what you miss.
Yeah. So this is important. He still would have continued no matter what they would have said. If they thought it would have been trash and like, is this a joke? What are you starting to become a rapper? He still would have continued. So that's important. Keep your eyes and ears open for all opinions, but still listen to your heart, soul, and your gut feeling, because that's really what's gonna matter. If they lead you into something that you don't really feel like, there's no worth working, hours for that. So thank you for that, and I feel like it would be good to wrap this up about what's your inspiration for all of this. You obviously were in a hole, in a depression phase where you searched something that would fulfill you and keep you going and keep you stuck with good time spent, and that you're proud at the end of the day. But was there any kind of rapper, any kind of idol you had that maybe has some kind of seasoning on your taste now? Like,
my only idol and role model is me. I don't want to be anybody.
No Biggie?
No, Biggie. I don't want to be Biggie 2.0.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Tupac 2.0. I don't want to be Eminem 2.0. I don't want to be anybody else besides me. It's just me. It's just me, the whole.
Be yourself. Be yourself.
And at this point, I have a tunnel vision. I think you have many ways. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has something that could make them famous, that can make them rich, that can make them successful. But they don't use it. Why? Because, as we talked before, social media, all those opinions.
Care what other people think.
Yeah, this is just the point. You decide when you stop and when you don't. No fucking body stops you to do it. I mean, when you want to go out and jog, let's take another topic. Let's take sports. Because it's you.
Or home.
I mean, when you want to work out, maybe outside, and it's rainy outside, and it's you saying, no, I won't go outside because it's rainy. I don't want to get wet.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it today. It's you. It isn't the rain. It isn't anybody else besides you, because you have control over your actions.
Yeah, I want to jump in real quick. That happens so often, and then they still blame other people, or they just complain, oh, why am I not having a six-pack? Why am I not having this awesome figure? Don't complain about things that you can control. That's basically, that's just nonsense.
Yeah.
I mean, then you have a problem. Like,
I mean, if you have a goal, and for example your mother dies, man, your mother would have wanted you to go on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You stopped. Nobody else stopped you.
Yeah.
And the people that love you will keep on pushing you in the right way.
Yeah.
They won't try to stop you doing anything. They won't try anything. They will just push it, go on. And even if nobody pushes you, it's still you. It's still yourself who can push you.
Yeah.
And this is what I think about this. You should never stop, and there's nothing that stops you besides you.
Thank you, Bardh. I think that was a great, inspirational, but also very heartwarming message. And I'd like to end this. It's been a pleasure talking with you, man. Thank you. And we will have some new stuff coming on, new topics, and I hope you join along with this journey. It's going to be fun. We're going to bring in new stuff into this channel more often, hopefully, not like these past few months. Consistency is key. I tell you that. Consistency is key. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Raw Fitness signing out. Peace.